Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma Godemond and I am a recent graduated conductor. Today I want to talk about the very first world frustration I am struggling with, which is my amount of subscribers. I have 6 subscribers at the moment. I get it that my movies were way too long and stuff, but still 6. How sad is this? So do me a favor and subscribe, just for fun. Why not? So here is the question that frustrates me enormously. But Emma, are you a choral or an orchestral conductor? I hate the question. People should stop asking it and I will never ever answer it anymore. Okay guys, so I have a little anecdote that I should tell you before I go on into the whole anger I have with the question what kind of conductor I am. So 2 years ago I went to a concert with a friend of mine. This concert was a collaboration between 3 conservatories, and after the performance I ran into an old classmate of mine and he asked me what I was doing there because he thought I was still training myself to become a pianist, and of course I wasn't. So I explained him I'm now studying for becoming a conductor. And then he asked me that question that I really hate. Are you studying for becoming a choral or an orchestral conductor? And until today, I am so angry that I answered one of the 2 things instead of the answer I give today, which is none of the 2. The reason why I make a point of not being seen as a choral or an orchestral conductor is because of the fact that if you look to the history of the job, the whole job was not necessary. People just came together and sang. And then, of course, in the medieval times, singing together was only done by priests, and they sang Gregorian chants, and of course the tenori had to lead it a bit. But it was not conducting in the sense like we see these days. And the same thing happened with the instrumental kind of conducting. It was not necessary. The first violinist played and everybody was looking to his bowing and followed along. So that's the reason why I am a bit upset about it. The division came quite lately. It was somewhere in the 20th century that they divided the job in categories and that they spoke about choral and orchestral conducting, and the whole study process of becoming a conductor was divided in these categories. There is of course also brass band conductors, which I don't talk about in this movie, but I don't really like the division. That's why nowadays someone asks me if I am a choral or an orchestral conductor. I have my personal solution for answering this question because I skip the possibilities. I don't answer if I am a choral or an orchestral conductor. I just say I am an opera conductor. The reason why I decided to do that was because of the fact that I have been part of certain operas, not big ones, but still I have been part of them. Second of all, I love them. And third of all, it doesn't have any connotation whatsoever. So if you say that you're an opera conductor, nobody expects anything from you. Most people don't have a clue what it is. They have a clue about what an opera is. They have a clue about what a conductor is. They don't really know what an opera conductor is if they are not professionally trained musicians. And if they are, even then there are a lot of musicians who don't really know what it is, an opera conductor. But to be honest, it is quite difficult to explain because in opera you work with multiple conductors, and there is not such thing as being an opera conductor. There is a thing as being a choir or orchestral conductor who functions within an opera project, but being an opera conductor don't really exist in the sense that it is not a certain quality you need to have. Yes, you do have to know something about singing, you have to know something about conducting orchestras, but it is not a world in itself, and that's why I'm using this term, because it doesn't say anything and it says a lot of things about me, such as that I don't want to be defined by the terms orchestral or choral. So that's my solution for the moment they ask me this question. I just go with opera conductor, and then the conversation ends or it continues asking, okay, what does it mean being that? And then I explain the usual things I explain. I just give them a definition of being a conductor, basically. But I don't want to limitate myself saying that I am a choral or an orchestral conductor. So voila, there you go. I had to put this from my chest. I had to tell you guys how frustrating this thing is for me. But now you know that you better don't call me a choral or an orchestral conductor. Please just call me a conductor. And if you want to label it otherwise, call me an opera conductor. Thank you. If you watched until the end, a massive thank you. Consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you will be up to date with all my following YouTube movies. Bye bye.